Hey guys, Coach Brix here with my main coach Eric. We're at Explosive Sports Performance. Guys, two ways that we like to address, alright, if maybe you're susceptible to a possible knee injury in the future. Or if you're having knee pain right now, what do we look for? Alright, and there's two easy evaluations. Everybody goes through, hey, you gotta get this, you gotta get this checked, stuff like that. I'm talking about the two probably most basic ways you can look at to see if maybe an athlete you're working with, or if you're a coach and you're looking at your team and you're seeing something fishy. What can you do to maybe identify and say, hey, we got to see if this is really what's happening, okay? And two of the ways we like to look at are the jump squat, okay, basic jump squat with our athletes. We're going to demonstrate here. And then just stepping off a box. You can do it off a bench, you can do it off a box. And we're not talking about height. We're not talking about 24 inches, or 36 inches, nothing like that. Maybe an 18-inch box, 12 or 18-inch box is all we're looking for. We want to see how they land, all right? We want to see how they step off the box and stick the landing. So the first one we're going to show you is a jump squat. We're going to show you how it's done wrong, what you're looking for, okay? All right, with possibility of it being wrong. Coach Eric's going to demonstrate here. So he's going to come back here. All right, he's going to do the jump squat first. Just come on over here. He's going to squat down. All right. He's going to jump up and watch what happens here. Okay? Did you see when his knee buckled in there? All right, we're looking at that. It's called valgus knee. All right, so he's having a weakness here. Where's that weakness? All right, that's for another video. We're going to show you some different exercises to help, so you guys can help work on those areas if you do see that. But let's demonstrate one more time. The same thing done wrong here, what you're looking at. All right, see that right knee buckle in? You'll see it sometimes with one knee, sometimes you'll see it with both. All right, but you need to make sure that you're observing that. If you see that in your athletes, and you're going through a warm-up and you're doing some jumps and stuff like that, and you see one of your athletes do that, you better stop them. All right, because if they continue to do that, they're going to be putting a lot of stress on this medial part of the knee here. All right, I get a lot of athletes who come to me and say, Dave, I've had some, my medial part of my knees hurt and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, let me see you do these. And then we start doing some of this stuff, and boom, right away. We'll see it, we'll stop them, and we'll start correcting the issue, okay? Also, when Coach Eric comes in, okay, he's going to back up here. So I want you to see his ankles here. Sometimes he's going to do it one more time here incorrectly. So go ahead one more time. That knee, but also look at the ankle. All right, the ankle broke in, okay? You'll see that as well. So the two areas that we looked at there were the knee as it came in, the valgus, and also the ankle breaking in. All right, now here's how it should look. So this is what we should be looking for, okay? Coach Eric's going to go down. Okay, one more time. Good. Everything's right in line as he lands. All right? So do that one first if you're going to do it. Sometimes you can just do it with the basic squat. All right? But sometimes a lot with the jump squat you can definitely notice. All right, the next one we're going to do is we're just going to drop off a box. So you see we've got a box 18 inches high. I talked about you don't want a high box. All right? If you can identify this thing pretty easily if we do it here, okay? On a small box. Coach Eric's going to step off. You're going to see when it looks wrong. Boom, knee buckles in. He's going to do it one more time here. And you see he's just dropping off. He's not jumping. He's not doing anything crazy. He's just dropping off. Okay? Boom, knee came in. Sometimes both knees will come in. It's just another evaluation tool. All right, that we utilize. Here it is correctly. Here's how it should look like correctly. Boom. You see? Good form. The knees came straight down. Everything looked like it was in a line. Boom. There are two basic exercises that you coaches can do. All right, I don't care if you're a soccer coach, or basketball, football, whatever. Easily to identify and then get the exercises and things they need. They might need to go see a doctor. All right? They might have a problem, but not all the time. Okay? Sometimes there might be muscle imbalance, there might be something else wrong, that they're just not understanding how to do it. Sometimes you got to cue them, sometimes you got to coach them because they don't understand. All right? So they're the things we look for. But two basic things that you guys can do, and Coach Eric can attest to it. I mean, honestly, we just had him, he was feeling some different things, so we did him in a run. He can explain what happened here once he did it.
So I noticed how many athletes that we had come in that were having that issue with that knee coming in. So I started to think to myself, as I was working out one day, I could almost feel my knee coming in as I was running off to take a sprint. So I asked one of the other trainers here, Coach Jake, to take his time out and film me while I was running. And I watched my sprint, and I watched it frame by frame, and I watched that knee come in. So I'm an older athlete. I'm someone who's been playing sports my whole life, and I personally have this issue as well. So it's a very common thing. It can really happen to any athlete from the elite level to someone that's just a novice.
Yeah. So and that's the thing that I think I I value, because he recognized it. After he saw what was happening with a lot of our athletes, he said, wait a second, I need to take a look at myself because maybe there's something wrong here. And when he did tape it, you could definitely see it was his right leg kept buckling in on his run. So when he's coming up, he was coming in, and as he was running, boom, the knee was coming in, and then he was striking right, but as he would bring it up, it would come in and then strike right. So it was very interesting to see, and I see that a lot with athletes. Okay, and they don't even know. Now, does that mean he's definitely going to have a knee injury? No. Okay, Coach Eric hasn't had anything wrong with his knees, thank God, and hopefully he'll never have anything wrong with his knees. But it just gives us a thing, evaluation, to say, all right, Coach Eric, maybe we need to focus on this. And maybe he didn't have an issue when he was younger, but maybe over time, maybe some weakness crept into some certain muscles that help develop those areas and make sure he runs properly. And guess what? Maybe they broke down, and now he could have issues here in the future. So just because you've been running correctly and you're a pretty fast runner doesn't mean it isn't worth getting checked out, or at least get evaluated. Trust me, we didn't see it by the human eye. We actually had to get the video camera out and then slow it down a little bit to see, hey, there's something going on there. All right? There's many times I can see by the eye, you know what I mean? Hey, there's something wrong with that person's running. But for Coach Eric here, we couldn't notice that right off the bat. So he videotaped it. We came back, looked at it, and we saw there's definitely an issue. So we've been working on to correct some of those issues now that he has. So we'll come back with some different exercises and stuff in some of our later videos of what you can do to help with these, because I hate to give it out and say, hey, here's what to look for, and then I'm going to give you the answers. All right? But if you have questions, and if you're really out there, all right, in the Harrisburg area, whatever, or wherever, and you want to send me a video, please do. Coach Eric and I'll look at it, we'll break it down, and then let you guys know, maybe what you guys need. Because there's no reason, none, in today's age, and today's technology, and today's knowledge, and all this kind of stuff out there, that we don't evaluate these things and start looking. Okay? Because that's the worst thing to do, is say it's not going to happen to me. Trust me. Talked about this many times, and I've spoken at it in many different clinics. Over the last 2 years, I've seen 16 girls, 16 of them that have torn their ACL. All right, that I've worked with 6 months after surgery, after rehab. 16. I don't think I saw 16 in my previous 10, 12 years before this. So there's a problem going on, and I think a lot of stuff we could start utilizing and getting better at if people just take the time to say, you know what, let me just get checked. Let me just see, hey, maybe I do have a problem, maybe I don't. And there's some people who run perfectly fine, and guess what? They do tear their ACL, or they do hurt their knee. That happens in life. But if there's some signs out there that maybe can heighten the chance of it and say, well, now you're at a 30, 40% chance, let's do these exercises, let's eliminate some of this, and let's do it. All right? I'm Coach Dave. This is my man, Coach Eric. Guys, stay strong, stay blessed. Remember, greatness never rests.